I do need to ask, Amelia, you're back, correct?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay.
Let's do this.
The first thing that will
Because I'm
happen,
off.
the first thing that will happen before we get too into this is you and Coda have spent some time meditating together. You have undergone a ritualistic bond to him. You don't know exactly what this means, and it seems like something he is taking with great reverence and pride. The process does last throughout the night. A full night spent meditating, your souls bonding, slowly intertwining into one another. You're not sure what this will mean for you going forward, but when you do open your eyes, you feel a connection that was not there before. Something is definitely different. You're just not quite sure what it is necessarily. When you come to, Koda is laying on the ground, exhausted in his humanoid form. And he's gonna have to take a rest here from this point on. But you yourself are fully healed, long rested, and ready to go for the day. Um, and it is about this point you would feel it necessary to go and check to see how the battle has gone, I would imagine. Or what do you want to do?
Yes. I would like to go see the battle.
You open your door, leaving Koda to sleep, and as you pass through the hallways of the hole in the wall, there is not a soul to be found. It is eerie and quiet. You've never seen it completely empty like this. As you walk out of the hole in the wall out onto the streets, you're immediately met with an overwhelming sight. Dark, heinous looking storm clouds have rolled in. There is a ominous green hue shining from them in an arcane manner. Bolts of green lightning continue to strike the ground, and you hear what sounds to be shambling and moaning, as well as screams in the streets. You're not quite sure what's gone on, but there's smoke rising from multiple directions around you. There are fires you can actively hear. Your senses seem a bit sharper, but you're not sure why. Everything around you you're just perceiving in a way you never have before. What do you want to do? You're standing out in the long curved hallway that leads out into the market bazaar.
Hmm. I would like to try to find our party.
Um, you have presently no idea where any of them are.
Good point. Okay.
You did not regroup with any of them the night of the engagement, so you never showed up to learn the battle plan.
Oh, right. Okay. Hmm.
Thank you, Denderson.
Is there anyone around?
You can make an investigation check if you would like.
Yeah, I'll do an investigation.
Okay. Emmy's
Why
muted and
is
listening,
it?
no
Oh,
problem.
oh,
Go ahead.
where is logging out? Oh, it's logging. It decided to log me out like usual. selection, my characters. That is the right one.
Love you too, Emmy.
Is Emmy good?
I don't know. I hope so.
Okay, that's a plus. That would be a +4, so I just need to roll it 20. I rolled a 19 with the +4, so it's a 19.
No one familiar is around, but as you run down the streets, you do see several, well, you see people, denizens of Nyx, all in their normal attire, sprinting down the streets in terror, being chased by legions of the undead. I now need you to roll me a stealth check.
Cool. That was an 11, and my stealth is a +2.
So a 13.
Yeah.
As you slowly back away from what is essentially a wave of undead, several of them start shambling down towards you in your direction. You're not quite fully seen, but they are alerted to your presence presently. What do you want to do? I will say it is not a small amount that is coming down this hall, or this alleyway right now.
Let me look at my spell list. I think I might have something for this. Why did you do that? Why? Why did you lock me out again?
I will say, once again, I'm just informing you, it is not a small amount of undead. It is, from what you can tell, easily over 40.
I'm gonna die. Cool.
Running is also an option.
Yeah. But I have 2 movements here, so I'm gonna use this wisely. There's my spell list.
You might check your items list instead of your spells list.
Item list. What's in my item list?
Unless you forgot to write it down again, you should have everything
what
you've
I-
received. See, I know something, but I'm past the point of giving you guys help with this stuff. This is the part where you gotta start writing your own stuff down, otherwise you're gonna get punished for it. You have an item that can get you out of this.
I do have a boots of
Was
haste.
it Target that you got the soda from?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the boots of haste will definitely help.
I'll be back.
Stay safe. Where are you going?
Just gonna grab food.
Okay. Yeah, be safe, okay?
I will.
There's a certain item that Lux has made you that you continue to forget about because I'm pretty sure you still haven't written it on your fucking character sheet.
Oh, I'm sure it's in here. Just give me a second, because I know we talked about it once.
Once, you've used it like 6 times.
I know!
I'll even point it out just to make this easier on you. You even admitted, oh shit, I should have pulled this item out before I jumped out the window. At the fortress.
God, is my brain that fucked up to where I can't think of what it is? Right at this moment, it's my broomstick?
Yes. Is that on your fucking... Is that on your fucking character sheet? Is the broomstick of flying on your character sheet?
Yeah, the broomstick's on my character
Okay.
I just pulled up the boots first.
My brain would have instantly been like, flying over running. Like, that broom has been your go-to escape button the entire campaign. And you, the first time I'm like, here's an opportunity in a while. Oh, God, Holly.
I was legit thinking about my broomstick skills. One of the two. I was just like, both said fortress. I was like, oh, the broomstick.
Okay.
But yes, I would use my.
Yes, so you ascend on your broomstick of flying out of the reach of the zombie horde and up above the rooftops of Nyx. With no restrictions, you have free movement right now. You can go where you like. So you levitate up 60 feet. Where do you want to go?
Okay. I would like to figure out where the cart is.
How?
Try to figure out what direction it'll be. And I don't want to automatically yell, Stranger!
Are you?
No, I don't want that. That'd be kind of weird.
Would it? Would it be weird or would it be dumb?
It'd be dumb. You know what? Fuck it.
Are you being serious?
Yes.
This is you having fun. I can't wait to hear it bite you in the ass.
Yeah.
Which there's nothing wrong with having fun. It just tends to bite you in particular in the ass.
Yeah, it always does.
I want... Don't you dare. Don't you fucking dare. Because you know what she just did. You cannot justify this as a smart having fun decision. She just screamed with 1,000 zombies around her, you dumb fuck.
Hey,
No.
do you really think it?
There's also the problem of the fact that I don't think she knows the information that there's about 7 fucking zombie colossuses that just fucking woke up.
Those are the ones in front of you.
Well, the thing is, Amelia doesn't know what happened, so I'm just like...
Okay, but I'm going to point out, Amelia is looking at the streets and seeing nothing but zombies. Are you really logically screaming right now?
Have you seen The Walking Dead?
I can only envision her screaming and then the fucking Metal Gear alert sounding off and a horde of zombies just turning around.
I mean, all I can say is with a 15 roll, they're gonna look up and see you if you scream.
Okay, I'm not gonna...
This is the only time I'm going back on this. These are the moments I've been begging you to not do stuff like that. Or if you're gonna do it in a way that gets you the fuck out of there.
I'm not doing
God
that.
damn.
I wouldn't say I was gonna do it for fun. I was just gonna say, like... One, I don't know where anyone is. Two, I didn't know there was lots of undead around.
So you could make a perception check to see what's going on around. I told you there is a flood of undead in the street. Hold on. Holly,
Okay.
my descriptions were there is a flood of undead roaming the street you can see. Several of them see you and shamble towards you. About 40 of them. That was only several of them.
Right, several of them.
So 40 is a small amount of this horde, is what I was saying by logic.
Okay.
So it's a big horde.
So I'm flying. What do I want to do?
Lem is back for a bit. Just got home from the store. Hey, welcome back, Lem. You doing okay? What'd you guys go to the store for? This is the one time I'm being nice and not giving a... The only reason I'm doing this is because I don't know that Amelia can actually withstand a Horde's attack. Because I almost didn't withstand one turn from a Horde's attack. Because it's 14d6 damage.
14?
14d6 damage. Maximum of up to 48 damage per hit from a Horde.
Ow.
Yeah, it's D6, but that stacks after a while.
Needed to get grocery necessities. Yeah, no. Why do you think we ended up fucking up that zombie colossus so bad? Because one attack from that shit, from 2 hordes, took me down to 6 hit points from fucking 86. That thing suffered because I had it linked to myself. 80 points of damage, just like I did.
It was good. Fucking dangerous, but good.
Oh, very dangerous. You don't know about the thing that happens when a horde reduces you to 0.
Okay, so can I do a investigation check of like, could I try to figure out where the crew is?
What are you going to look for specifically?
I would like to try to find Brawn Maw.
Okay, so if you're going to be looking for a specific
Eric,
person...
you're fucking obsessed with me.
God. If you're going to be finding a specific person in an entire city which is currently on fire and surrounded in zombies...
Also, you're trying to find the smallest fucking person in the party.
That is also true. That's funny. You're going to roll investigation at disadvantage.
He has a crush on Strong Jaw.
Okay. We're going to roll investigation at disadvantage. You roll twice on the d20, take the smaller of the 2 outcomes, and then add your bonus to it.
Thunder. Why? Thank you. Stop leaning in my dice thing.
Stop leaving it in positions where cats can get to it.
It was literally in my lap. I didn't know he was in my lap. Okay, anyway, you said so investigation is technically a +4, so...
Okay, so you roll twice and take the smaller of the 2 d20s.
Okay. It was an 11 the first one,
Okay.
so that would be 15.
If this is your small one.
Yep, that's my small one. Because, yeah, the next one's an 18.
Okay. So, yeah, I mean... In a check like this, you would have had to have gotten pretty high to just spot Strongjaw. What I will say is, with an investigation of 15, looking around different areas, you do notice in the distance, in the middle of what once was the noble quarters, there's a large earth coliseum that was not there a day ago.
I go fly there.
Okay. In the air, you're pretty unimpeded. There's not much going on. But as you survey the city, I want you to roll another perception check.
A perception?
This is correct. Little headache? Hey, get some water and get some relaxation on, girl. You've been working hard.
Perception at a +8. So 17 plus 8. What
Okay.
would be-
As you're surveying the city, you are seeing devastation that you were not ready for. You are seeing blood smeared in the streets, the remains of people just shredded in the road. Buildings are being destroyed in the distance. There's smoke rising up from areas that it hadn't been before. And with a high perception like that, in a further distance, a few miles off, you see several large colossus, just like the one you had seen the day before. All of them beginning to converge towards one area. With that level of a perception check, you would see 15 of them.
Somebody will get in an accident.
Do you keep going towards the Coliseum?
Yes. Yes.
All right. As you head towards the Coliseum, what you see as you fly over the walls of the, big... it's a Roman-style Coliseum, so you fly through one of the arches. You see down into it. There is a horde of zombies that has completely filled the arena, but the zombie colossus that was here the day before, not in the Coliseum, you don't remember this, but you know this area was where you had it frozen. It was not like this at all, and you're looking around, you don't see any of it remaining. You do, however, in the horde of zombies, see a golden bubble pushing them back, and in the center of that bubble is a silvery ethereal doorway. We put her on a choose her own adventure game for the beginning here, by the way. So, several options lie ahead of you. Continue searching, check the door.
Expecting that.
Continue searching, check the door, or head towards the horde of zombies.
I'm gonna check the door.
So, as you fly through the barrier and you land off of the broom, you go to turn the doorknob of the silvery door, and it clicks and opens. And as it creaks open, inside you see a very lavish, fully furnished, and decadent looking mansion. Everything adorned in soft greens and purples. And as you begin to step in, how far do you go? Do you, go straight in?
Part of me is feeling like this is a trap. Part of me feels like this is a trap.
We know which players are not watching the VODs.
I go all the way in.
As you step through the door, you feel it swiftly close behind you. It doesn't slam, it just shuts. You're not really sure what shut it, but floating past you comes a small tray full of water as it floats over to a group of what appear to be injured citizens. You see several older folks, men, women, a couple of children, one of the children reaching up and taking some water and saying thank you in a very cute way to something that isn't there. What do you want to do? This is a huge, opulent mansion. There's many hallways, many doors. There are a lot of people here in this grand foyer, all getting some kind of medical attention. There's medical equipment, there's supplies, foods, water, drinks, all kinds of stuff just floating from different directions, all towards the people, all providing exactly what they need. You don't really know what's happening.
I would like to try to find the person in charge.
Okay. What do you do to do that?
Is there anyone around me?
I mean,
I
all
know there's-
of the citizens that I just described are technically within 50 feet of you, all kind of just staring at you.
Okay. I walk to one that is the closest to me.
Okay, man, woman, child, old. What are you doing?
I'll talk to a man.
Okay, so you approach kind of older, middle-aged looking farmer, and he's wearing simple kind of attire, a nice white shirt. He's got little straw hat going on, just a very simple get up. And he looks up. How can I help you?
I have no idea what just happened here. What is this place?
I don't really know either, but we were just told to come here if we needed a place to rest and survive.
Do you know where I can find the person in charge?
Is the elf fella. He's running around here somewhere.
Well, thank you for your time. I will try to find him.
As you walk past, you see the one person who does catch your eye is a very eccentric looking, kind of nice blue robes, all shined and, got a bit of gossamer to him. He's got pulled back white hair that almost resembles that of Frost. And you notice he watches you as you walk through the room. Like, doesn't give you an intense stare, and you don't get a bad vibe from him. But he watches you as you kind of cross the room.
I would like to approach this person.
When you start to approach, he gets up and goes the other way very quickly.
Oh. Hurtful.
There's a reason for that.
Oh.
But yeah, this is a big place. There's, like I said, many hallways and many doors to check. If you want to make an investigation roll, you can try to find some of your allies.
Yes, I would like to do an investigation.
Okay, go ahead. We'll see if you can find anyone you recognize.
Ooh, I rolled another 17, and my investigation is a +4, so I got a 21.
So, as you roam through the crowds, the hordes of people that have gathered in this opulent mansion, the turns seeming never to end, you eventually come across a very familiar face. In his almighty and short stature, carrying his silvery walking stick and his large monocled eye, he looks up and smiles at you and just says, "Ah, Amelia, you made it safely. Wonderful." As you look and see the very kind grandfatherly face of Dr. Seuss before you. This is the part where she doesn't remember this person.
The original name, by the way.
What?
Totally original name, by the way.
Albin Seuss?
Hello.
Holly, this is where... Did you just say, who are you?
You said Alvin. You said Alvin Seuss. Do I know this person?
I did say they are a very familiar face. In fact, yes, you know this person from... Okay, do you remember the wedding? do you remember the guy that called us to help him? Oh, this is especially hurtful because he built you a new bow. You had a whole like you had a whole moment where you spun him around in glee, and you just look at him and go, "Who are you?" Fuck.
Just
Fuck.
of course I remember you. How are you? Loving
Good
the
save,
new
good
bow.
save.
Is this
Hey,
worth
man,
wasting
what's
time
up?
on a deception
Hey,
check?
how have you been? What's your name again?
No, it's not. Okay.
God.
So,
Say roll a deception check.
no,
Holly.
no, I'm just not going to.
I heard Holly. Who said that?
Hush. Just everyone hush. Oh my god. He just kind of looks up and says, "It's good to see you again. Do you have any idea what's going on? I've just arrived in town."
I have no idea, to be honest.
A group of villagers, or sorry,
Meetings for quite some time.
a group of citizens just grabbed me and took me in here, saying I was old and frail and things like that. He's a little disgruntled, waves his stick a little bit. Damn, Amelia, you monster! Oh, God. Why is this, like, becoming a weekly thing?
I didn't mean to.
Oh, she's just heartless and brutal. I'm kidding.
Do better.
Stop it, you.
Well, it's Emmy.
Okay. But, well, I suppose I'm just looking for someone who might be able to help. And, as if on cue, coming down the hallway, you finally see another familiar face that you feel like could give a few more insightful answers. In her tall, slightly, masculine for a woman build, you see Bessie coming down the hall in full battle armor, which you have never seen before.
I don't know why, but I thought Bessie had a different name for a split second. I can't remember what I was just about to call her.
I don't even want to know.
No, we're good. We're good. Bessie!
Oh, sugar, I don't really have time to stop and chat. We got a big problem we gotta go take care of.
God's sake.
Point me in the direction of danger. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Why did you suddenly just attempt to impersonate Emrick? What?
What the fuck? Did I really? That was kind of good.
I hope you didn't in character to this particular person.
I did not. I promise you.
Oh, that would have just been like... You just hurt everyone you come across today, apparently.
Oh my god.
You should just walk up to Lux and go, "It's good to have you back in one piece."
I mean, should I?
Do you want to die?
Hey, he made the suggestion. I was wondering if he was joking or being serious.
It's amazing what stuff flies so far over your head.
It wouldn't be Lux that would... He would be a little proud that you would have the balls to say something like that, and then Rena would probably have to kill you. If you're looking for the others, they're just in the grand ballroom around the corner.
Check out the music.
Thank you, Bessie. I appreciate it. Good to see you.
Stay safe. And she walks down the hall, and you don't know where she's going, honestly.
Oh, okay. I guess I'm here now. Alright. Okay.
So what do you do?
Alright. I would like to go to the ballroom.
So you head down the direction she came from, eventually coming to a much less crowded. In fact, there's actually only several people in here. Several of them very familiar. You see Rena and Lux laying next to each other on makeshift beds, both of them bandaged up, looking pretty haggard. Vulcan leaning against a pillar, smoking. You see Alpha tending to all of them in some different way magically. You see several other familiar faces, several of the guards that we worked with personally. You've seen several of the guards around the hole in the wall that we've been using for information. You see Wilfric. You see Sidri is not there anywhere. You don't see the princess either.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello.
Okay, I guess my fucking Discord's having an aneurysm.
Still not having issues with the internet yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Alright. Is mine still okay?
It's like the 5th time in a row I've gotten the immediate disconnect and then reconnect sound.
I don't know what's going on, man.
That just happens.
Yeah, we just keep moving right now. So what are you doing here?
Lux. Rena.
Alpha looks up. They're both sleeping. What? You, like I had described, they are heavily bandaged and unconscious.
I missed the conscious part. Gosh, darn it. Okay. Where's Asher?
The other elven-looking man leaning on the pillar, you don't know him, looks up. And who exactly are you?
My name's Amelia.
Ah. You're the pup that turned in Ray tail, huh? He does make solid eye contact with you.
I mean, I was trying to find help.
What did you do while you were trying to find help?
I meditated.
I say you did a great job, man. You seem real centered. He takes another very long drag off his pipe. So why'd you come back?
Well, this is my family, and I'm gonna protect them.
He looks over at Lux. Looks back to you. Protect them, huh? I suppose actions speak louder than words.
Yeah, and when I get fighting, my actions will speak louder than my words.
God.
You can join a fight halfway through and accomplish very little. A rally cry that may swing a tide. But you saw what was out there. We're completely overwhelmed. If you could have done something, it would have and should have been when this started. So what was the real reason you came back? Because an arbitrary thing like family and a concept is great and all. And I trust that you care about them. I won't devalue that, but there's obviously a reason you personally came back. What was that? Hell yeah, Lem. Go get cozy. You want to provide an arbitrary statement like you just did. I'll provide an arbitrary question. What makes you strong?
Knowing that I have people that is going to support me. But the thing is, I have to support them.
He stands up. He takes a couple of steps forward and he just says, and what happens when the cards are on the table and no matter how strong those bonds, there is no support? What about the moments you have to stand alone? Where is your strength then?
My strength would be inside me.
But where? You sound uncertain.
In my heart.
That's contrived, and we both know it. Give me an answer that a child couldn't give me. What am I hearing right now? It just sounds like static or tearing. It's coming from you.
The mic is like scratching.
Are you messing with something right now?
No, I'm actually not.
Are the cats trying to rub up against the headset?
No, they're sleeping. They're sound asleep. Both of them.
Okay, it's stopped now. Were you, like, scratching your face or something?
I probably was.
Okay. It just how you were hitting the mic, whatever was hitting it was making a horrid sound.
Oh, sorry.
You'll figure it out. But everyone can find strength and companionship, and there's nothing wrong with that. But really, in a do-or-die situation, when you have to rely on only yourself, what can you dig deep and find? What is inside of you that would keep burning even when all else was snuffed? If you have no answer, then you have no faith in yourself.
I stand there and I say nothing because I don't know what to say to this.
Let me put this in another way. What do you fight for? And don't say friends.
I fight for a better world.
That is a big thing. So you know why you fight. Do you want to know why I fight? Because I know for every fucked up thing that has happened in my life, for everything that I consider a tragedy, there's a child out there that doesn't know the love of a mother or a father. There's an old person dying alone in a bed, no family by their side. There's a dog in the streets taking its last breath because it couldn't find food. Or a baby bird that never got the chance to fly because of a thunderstorm. I fight because there are injustices in this world and because I can do something about that. Because for every horrid, disgusting, despicable act that is committed by a man, for every damnable calamity that is cursed upon us by Mother Nature herself, there is still something we can do. And in the grand scheme of such a big world, when you can utterly feel so small, moving forward is the only thing that feels right to me. I shedded my doubts and my self-hatred a long time ago because I fought for a better world. But it's not with the goal of a brighter future in mind, no. It's a goal with better people, happier, humbler souls, full, bountiful tables, a place where people can actually thrive and not just survive. I fight because I can, and that is a gift that cannot be taken from me until the day I no longer am. He walks past you, and as he gets ready to leave the room, he just says, reflect on the reasons that ground you to this world. Fighting for a brighter tomorrow is an admirable goal, but there has to be substance to it. Otherwise, it will be snuffed by all of the tragedy around you. A noble ambition is something to treasure, not just something to live by. Hone it like a blade. Sharpen it until it can cut anything, even ideals themselves. And then you push straight forward. And he leaves the room.
over at Alpha and I just say, who was that?
Definitely my new son.
I like him.
I do too. She looks over at Lux. It's good to know he's got someone like him in his corner.
Wait, did he say he hates me?
What?
Never mind.
No, what? She said,
Never
I'm
mind.
glad he has someone like him in his corner.
No, it was the thing before that. I thought you said it was
She
very
turns to
awesome.
look at Lux.
Okay.
So,
And
why did you come back? You never really answered him. I'm not looking for a metaphorical or metaphysical answer. Why did you come back? We're not exactly facing winnable odds.
felt it was my duty to you.
Well, I'm sure your friends would be thankful to see you. He did say a lot of insightful things. You should take the time after this is all said and done. Find a reason to fight, if you really don't have one. If it's your friends, then ground it in a more realistic reality. And understand that you can't protect everyone. You won't be able to protect everyone. I learned that long, long ago. And it's a lesson I'm still suffering hard to learn. A road you walk with people is a troublesome one, but it is a wholesome one indeed. When you lean on each other, you must accept each other for every fault and every anger that could come your way. And you must just be okay with how they are, with the love in your heart being strong enough to carry you forward. And for some, that really is enough. But realistically, is it enough for you?
Oh. I look around. And
Hey, man.
so where's
1 sec.
okay.
What were you saying?
I look around and I ask such a stupid question, but I have to ask because I don't personally know as an figure. Where's Emrick?
She stands up and she puts her hand on your shoulder. Like I said, you can't protect everyone. And she lightly touches your face and kind of just walks past you and out the room.
I look around more and I ask where Asher is.
She stops. Him and the loudmouth ran out the door with full reckless abandon, I'm not sure where they are. They're back out in the city somewhere. We brought everyone in here who needed to recover. Found as many citizens as we could. This place is safe. It is in his control, she points to Lux. So I imagine he gave you some freedoms here. There are unseen servants about, and if you require anything that the mansion has the capability of providing, just ask one.
So, Strongjaw, I'm sorry. Sorry, Strongjaw and Asher are outside. Is that where we're getting it here?
Yes, that's where they are.
Here's an interesting question. Not sort of alphabet to you. Okay, so I have cure wounds in my spell deck. Could I go over to Rena and use my cure wounds on her?
I mean, you could. Are you gonna burn it?
Yeah.
Okay, burn it from your inventory, and when you do, nothing happens.
Oh. Cool.
You get the sensation magically that both of them are fully healed and revitalized. It's just... You can heal the damage, just not the wound. The pain still exists. Alright, let's see. Well, nope, she's gonna stay asleep. Or no, sorry, that would be him. And nope. Neither of them wake up. You can attempt to wake one of them if you want.
Parts of me inside are just like, if I do, they could definitely need to sleep about it.
For now, while you decide what you want to go ahead and do, Strongjaw, Asher, you two there? Shall we hit the recap? Now that Amelia is pretty much caught up in the main story? So, last time, a very tense battle had broken out, and many of us were left beaten and bloodied. A horde of zombies resurrected by an ominous storm that now ravages over Nyx itself. In a moment of chaos, the zombie colossus was felled. The hordes overran the streets. Everything was starting to seem lost. Retreat imminent, most of you made it into the magical manor. The two of you deciding to stay and fight in the city to see what you could continue to do. You ran further via the rooftops, making haste. And as you made it to the central magical market, a place known as Cauldron, You found your allies from the hole in the wall. You found many of the soldiers that had joined you. You find the Tyrones, you find Eelton, you find Sidri. All of them looking tired, all of them looking ready to end this. And as you settled in to get a feel for what was happening, rumbling began, the earth splitting apart, roots tearing from the ground, and one by one, zombie colossus began to rise from the ground all around you. In an absolutely devastating blow to your morale, when now feeling like all hope may actually be lost here, it's only now that beautiful horn pierces the sky, the sound ringing over the entire city, and a declaration screaming out in a booming voice, a familiar, though dim-witted voice, offering aid from a far city named Medallion. A risky gamble from a gambler indeed, but it paid off nonetheless. As Vulcan steps out of the manor hearing the horn, happy that his little gambit paid off, he clicks his heels and takes to the sky, heading off to meet his friends. Shortly behind him, or shortly ahead of him, now tearing through hordes of zombies in mighty, sweeping claws and cleaves, and her axe bloodied Bessie just rampaging through the streets, unbothered by the hordes of undead completely. All these forces begin to combine as the forces of Adon, his whole crew, Madam Mighty herself, and the Medallion army begin to descend the hills and into the walls of Nyx, fighting back the unholy horde. None of you are there to see it, but what you do see in the distance is as the army approaches, there is a large spell sigil in front of them that, as it's moving through, is carving up into the clouds in a straight line, dispersing the wicked green storm as it goes. They've started to make ground and they are heading towards you. You have a big problem ahead of you, though. As 5 zombie colossus begin to bear down on you, each of them taking notice of your group, Sidri looks over and just says, "Retreat to safety, find numbers, and we will win the day."
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Everyone roll for initiative.
Like, right now.
Oh, you thought you were just going to get a chance to run? Yeah, no, some of these are within like 120 meters of you. Some of them have shots on you.
Fair enough. Fucking... God damn it. I have to refill my shit first.
What do you
My
mean?
dice.
What do you mean refill?
I'm playing Shipbreaker while doing D&D.
Nice.
Fucking... what's that? Okay. Plus 3, that's fucking 16, I think.
Okay.
Fuck, I got 12.
Are we about to get fucked up?
Let me see how this spell works before I
Maybe,
answer
but
that.
not.
Because Sidri's going first.
Could you please have something?
Oh, but can I upcast it?
Well, fuck you too, Discord.
Alright. This is my fucking Discord.
Hello.
Fucking thing disconnected me.
Okay. Well, he looks at both of you. And he weighs the options. And he just, unable to make a decision, says it out loud. Which one of you thinks you're getting away easier on foot?
That's a damn good question.
Consider your abilities. Can you run?
The
gotta-
underground?
Underground? You've been able to traverse underground?
Also do have my boots of flying. I think it's like 4 hours outside of combat or some shit.
You're fine then, my friend. Be safe. And he grabs Asher and in an instant disappears.
I didn't think about right now!
Wait, what the fuck?
You sounded confident. That was enough for him.
Alright,
Wait.
cool.
Ilton looks over. I think he just... Alright. He just walks over to you, next in the turn order, and touches your head, and you two also disappear. Everyone still here?
I keep hearing the fucking disconnect.
Izzy
I'm not
disconnected
sure.
again. What the fuck is going on?
Problem. I mean, it's raining outside, but that's never been a problem before.
I
Weird.
think Discord is just having a day.
Could be.
But I'm sorry.
Discord's having a whole secret.
So, yeah, Ilton just walked over and he touches your forehead. After he kind of just looks around like, what is he? Okay, whatever. Yeah, he just walks over and puts his hand on your forehead and the two of you disappear as well as he also casts Dimension Door.
Thank God.
That being said, Asher, you and Sidri appear outside of the castle. The wall's still not breached by zombies. You find yourself in the outer courtyard. A very familiar area just outside of the gardens. In fact, an all too familiar area for you. Strongjaw, you and Ilton appear on a rooftop 500 feet further back. Confused as to why Sidri isn't there with you. Or he
Where'd he
is,
go?
anyway. Well, he must have his own agenda. I suppose we'll just have to trust.
Where are we going?
Away from that and towards the light that's shining through the city right now. I don't know what's going on. I guess Medallion has come to lend us their aid. So, we might as well take it. He points to the golden shining light that's coming down now. Very well. The two of you begin to move through the city now out of initiation as everyone has retreated. That could have gone so bad. You two didn't outroll the zombies. They did.
Oh.
I didn't think we did.
Ooh, that could have been bad. You outrolled one of the zombies, but that would have been 4 that had gotten attacks.
them.
I don't think I'm raging anymore after that fight.
No, it
so-
has been a minute. You are not raging.
Do you even have any more rages at this point? Have we gotten a rest?
She has one more.
Let's see.
Unless,
have one
did
more?
you... I think you do. Did you rage twice in that last battle? Did you do the thing where you dropped your rage and then raged again?
No, I think I just raged once.
That's what I thought.
I raged once. I raged once, got a crippling cramp in one of my legs, but could still move, so I just kept it.
Oh god.
Oh,
I
My food
forgot.
just finished, I'm gonna grab it.
You're good, you're good.
It was just a fucking brutal cramp. Oh my god, that wild magic list is amazing.
Asher.
I fucking read through most of it the night you sent me the list.
God. Asher, you and Sidri have reappeared in the castle courtyard. And, just as you guys do, you look up and see, in familiar red attire, landing a familiar elven face as Vulcan walks towards you. Howdy, howdy.
Vulcan, how have things been holding?
Your stray mutt has returned.
At least there's some good news. As long as she hasn't scared anyone this time around.
Seems more timid and uncertain about everything.
So, do we have a game plan for our new friend? And he points at all of the Colossus within eyeshot.
I just headed over here because Sidri had reached out to me. He looks over. Well, I don't really have a game plan. Medallion has come, but there are so many of the big ones. We really have no choice but to sit there and exterminate every single one we must, but there's no way we can last against the entire horde that's ravaging the city. It is unwinnable.
I'm back.
If the city is lost, could we not cut it off and rebuild somewhere else?
We would be talking losing centuries of history for our people. Not to mention the very finite fraction of the population that we have tucked away in a safe place. 12 hours from now will be exposed once again, and we don't have a way of moving that many people.
Well, nothing's impossible, but we do need to form at least some kind of plan.
My focus is getting the people out that we can. I don't know what to do from there. I'm gonna roll for something. Oh, that's a big yep. Vulcan looks at him. I might have an idea, but it's gonna cost you. He smiles. Sidri nods in agreement. I imagine it's the thing you spoke of the other night at the bar. One and the same.
Huh.
Fine. He reaches into his sleeve and he pulls out a silver hilt of a sword and hands it to Vulcan. Vulcan smiles and just says, "It has been a pleasure doing business with you." As he flicks his wrist, and a saber made of plasma shoots out of the beam. The sword of a solar. This is going to come in handy. I can make do with this. As for help, I have a favor to call in. It's going to cost you, though. Not from me. You've already paid me. His help is tricky. It's also not going to cost you anything physical. I'm aware of what you're saying. Should 10 years be enough? For something like this, more than likely. Is 10 years really worth all of this? Just a few less and we could easily get the people out. If this gives us a chance, then it's worth it. Very well. You must be the one to do it. What is his name? Solomon. Solomon the Harmonious. Sidri reaches to his chest, and you watch as wisps of a white ethereal matter start to be beaded up in his palm. And he pulls out a floating, what appears to be bit of his energy. And Vulcan waves his hands and a silvery, mirror-like portal appears. And you watch slowly as a hand, old in feature, reaches out and takes the soul. And you hear this very calm voice. 10 years of a life, given without hesitation. A sacrifice that will be met with great honor, young prince. And the portal closes. You watch as Sidri, who is still slightly younger in feature, begins to age. A little at a time, gaining lines in his face that once weren't there. Distinguished, more chiseled in the jaw, a small beard growing, as you're now looking at what he would look like 10 years older. Alright. What's done is done. Nothing can be done less. What did it grant us? Just wait a moment. Everyone, I want you to pick a number 1 through 20.
18.
Okay.
5.
What did you say yours was, is?
40.
Strongjaw, as you and Eelton are running through the rooftops, you hear a voice call out in your brain. It's the sound of an old man with a bit of a snark to his voice, and he just says in a very pondering way, "They always ask which came first, the chicken or the egg. But my real question is who peeled the first banana and slipped on the peel?"
Huh?
Let me ask again. In a way you might understand a bit more. What's your favorite kind of joke, son?
No. Don't have great words.
I hear very angry Brits.
Yeah, I hear something in the background that we shouldn't be hearing. So, the strong silent type, I see. Okay. Fine.
Fly would be strong. Fly would be one with a good punchline.
God. That's almost a joke in and of itself.
Exactly.
His only reply: if you escape just by the hair on your head, is it really a close save or a close shave? Would Strongjaw laugh at this?
It's like getting a free haircut.
When you laugh, the resonance in your voice begins to materialize, and a silvery, ethereal magic forms as the sound waves become visible, emitting from you and becoming tangible, growing in size until they take the form of an old man with a long white beard, bald in the head, long eyebrows, in a very long, classic-style wizard cloak. Have you ever heard of the story of the wizard that did it?
And what?
Did it? They say at one point there were dinosaurs that roamed the plains until a meteor wiped them out. I heard a wizard did it. They say there's a mysterious tower off in the east where monsters just roam and roam. I heard a wizard did it. They say there's a river that flows backwards and up a waterfall. Some say it's just a feat of nature. I say a wizard did it. My name is Shada. I am the wizard who did that.
Doing here?
Huh.
A deal has been made. A debt to be paid. You've been given a gift, young one. One wish, free of charge. Please speak away and Shada will save the day. Strongjaw, you now become aware that you have been given one wish spell. Allow me to go ahead and read this. Wish is the mightiest spell a mortal creature can cast. By simply speaking it aloud, you can alter the very foundations of the reality in accordance to your desires. The basis of this spell is to duplicate any other 8th level spell or lower easily. But at no restriction, a rule-free wish can be used for any desire and must be met within the bounds of the world. What does Strongjaw wish for right now? I'm not gonna lie, I could use a hoagie.
Like frog. No.
God! Endless ale!
A lifetime supply of
No,
booze.
no. Fuck. Oh, I don't know. Would there be something to help, like, wipe out the fucking zombies?
This is one of those situations where I need you to give me what you want here. Because this is a wish. I can't influence it. And this is something that can actually change the game, so...
I wish to have my dear Pebble back.
This only happened because Sidri made a nat 20 on a decision roll.
I mean, can I go as ridiculous to be like, I wish for all the zombies be purged?
Is this what you desire?
Oh, yes it is.
Speak the words, then, he says with a smile. Essentially, you get the feeling that you just have to state, I wish, and then the desire, and it will happen.
All zombies within the city to be purged.
An angelic song begins to rain out over the city. A deep, holy resonance abounds as light cascades from the sky. Guided, targeted, and with each one landing, striking a zombie down. It looks like a massive starfall over the sky itself, landing in the city, but there's no destruction. With each zombie hit, they turn to dust, each zombie colossus getting pelted until nothing remains. In the course of about 2 minutes, you watch as the entire city goes from hectic screams and shambling corpses writhing over each other to silence. A few moments pass. Shda focusing still, making sure to eliminate them all. You hear a voice ring out amongst the chaos. Once again, it's not very intelligent sounding, but it's definitely reassuring. My people, come to the town center. We're setting up camp. We've got everything you're gonna need.
Sandwiches included.
All the sandwiches you could want. Shada looks over, finishing his incantation, his eyes shifting back to the soft blue. 10 years of life wasted to just settle the undead generations of old. A curious price to be paid indeed. Do well with this gift. Shada is watching. You are interesting. And he disappears. You just met my favorite NPC and one of my old bad guys in this campaign who got turned good with a magical wish.
Really?
That is Shada, the wizard who did it. Every single time in this campaign, one of you has asked why something is the way it is, and I have said, I don't know, a wizard probably did it. I was being serious.
He's the one that did it.
He's the one that did it. I fucking love Shada. He is amazing. The other party has interacted with him many times. But as a calm overwashes the city and people begin to make their way, what do you guys do now left on this rooftop alone? Ascher? You think about what you want to do, Strongjaw. Ascher, Vulcan will look at you. What is your plan, my friend?
Well, I had been planning on looking for Mercurius after all of this had been taken care of.
We came up short on that one ourselves. We even have a diviner in our party. They weren't able to get a proper location. It's almost as if he doesn't want to be found. Sidri will look over and...
However, I wonder
go
why
ahead.
he might leave his dearly beloved behind.
Sidri looks over. He may have felt he had no choice. But you talk as though he left willingly.
Of that, I'm not sure, but...
What would make you uncertain?
Our dear Lux had a vision of him in, I'm assuming, dire straits.
I'm aware of this, but you sound as though something else may have happened.
I'm not quite sure yet.
If you have any information, please share.
In the little searching I've done, I've found nothing but a replica of an old friend's firearm.
Please elaborate what you mean.
I went searching for clues through Mercurius' shop. After I found a nice little secret entrance, I also found a replica of our dear friend Emrick's rifle.
His face kind of pales a little bit when you say this. Orcus. You said it's in his workshop.
That's where I left it. Don't
Thank
touch
you.
it though.
Oh, I'm
It
very
still
much,
has
I'm
curse.
very much aware. If you are saying it's a replica, there are things to deal with, and I have urgent business to attend to. If you wouldn't mind, she trusts you. We hid my sister in the underground tunnel. The safe house I showed you when you first got here. You remember the location?
Remind me if you would.
Underneath the fountains in the main square. Can you go and retrieve her? Let her know everything is okay now.
Absolutely.
He he looks to Vulcan and just says, "And what about you?" "Me? I'm gonna go and see my brother, and then I'll probably head off on my way. Your city is, for the most part, untouched. Your fight is not my fight, and I have what I want." "I see no reason to overstay my welcome," he says with a smile. Anyone want to say anything? Asher, you saying anything to that?
You've been a great help. It's a shame to see you leave so early.
As much as he's happy to see me now, if I stuck around too long, I'm sure my brother would be quite annoyed with me. Besides, I've got my own lovable band of misfits to get back to.
If they're anything like us, I'm sure they miss having you around.
I'll say there aren't many like you, to be fair. But they are an interesting bunch. I have a feeling that someday you'll get a chance to meet them. Eventually, all of this will have to come to an end. We're champions. We still have a role to play. Keep working on finding your temples. And remember, I'm almost positive each of them has moved to their respective elemental plane. For you yourself, the elemental planes of matter, reality, ice, and earth are already tricky to get to begin with. It would be good to consider where to start. They both separate from you at this point, unless you would say anything else.
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
So you head off to the main square to go and retrieve the princess. Strong John Eelton gather in the main square as well at this point, heading off and meeting Adon. And we'll get to that in a moment, but Amelia,
Yes.
you are still frozen by your decision to interact with the two sleeping friends laying in front of you or heading out.
Alright then.
No, let's I'll open the box.
That's a choice.
Right in the eyeball. No, I'm just kidding. Cinder, not now, buddy. I know you want attention, but not right now. I will. Yeah, I'll just poke Lux lightly.
Okay. Like on the face or.
On the shoulder.
He looks up at you, eyes open, and he just says, "Ow. Hi."
Hello. Hello.
Okay.
Why have you said hi in like 8 different awkward cadences tonight?
I don't know.
I'm not giving you shit. It's hilarious. I'm just curious.
Yes. Can I help you?
That's a good question. Can you help me?
Oh my god.
He figured. Okay. He sits up and puts Rena's arm over him. She kind of groggily groans, still sore clearly, and he just gently lifts her up. Come on, I know. I'm not feeling great either. Okay, what?
Fuck. Just, what can I do?
I have no idea. I've been sleeping for about 3 hours.
Yeah, let's see if that wakes you up.
You're still kind of just acting on what happens in front of your eyes, aren't you?
Trying not to.
You need to, and before he can say anything, Rena's hand moves over his mouth and stops him. Sorry. Okay. You are clearly still going through a lot of mental distress right now. Yes?
Yes. Yes.
So then, why did you come back when you said you were going to leave?
I kept thinking about you guys. And I thought to myself, my job here isn't done.
You still seem frozen in every decision you're trying to make. You still haven't even given any thought to what you really want, have you?
I know I want my family back.
And what if that goal is unachievable?
Then I start a new family. I grieve a little, and then I start new.
He looks at you. Maybe you should grieve now. Maybe you should let yourself feel the things you've been afraid to feel for a long time. Maybe it's time to accept the fact that things have to be the way they are, and that telling yourself otherwise is just being cruel. Amelia, I lied. When I told you the little bit of research I'd done on your brother didn't turn up results, I lied. I didn't want you to know the truth because I did want you to hold on to that hope, but knowing there's a potential that it could send you down a chase that could only lead in pain, I have to speak up on it, and I'm sorry for hiding it. We found a grave.
My brother's dead.
I don't really know what to say, other than I'm very sorry. No problem, Lem. 18 weeks, baby, is the size of a cucumber. Adorable. I'm not telling you
gonna take a
this.
step back.
I'm not telling you
I'm
this.
gonna take a
Go ahead.
I was gonna take a step back, looking at him like, how do I know? Like I just can't believe it.
I'm sorry. If you need proof, I can give you the village's name. It was Clover.
After this battle is over, I'm gonna go there. I need to see for myself.
You won't be allowed to.
And why is that?
Clover is holy territory. Anything deemed even remotely that of a monster wouldn't be allowed on those grounds. And if you tried to force your way in, they would execute you. If he's buried there, then he died a holy man. He died peaceful. Only those who honor the traditions can be buried in the sacred grounds. It's the belief. If you can find solace in anything, know that he more than likely lived a life of happiness and fulfillment with the church. I'll tell you, Clover is actually under my dominion. The realm of law and reality. Madam Law takes care of hers. She is stern, but she is just. And for those who are willing to honor the balance of reality, there is peace. I can tell you, for your efforts, I will make sure that he is happy and taken care of in his afterlife. It is my job as champion to make sure that those under my banner at least have that. There won't be a day that goes by that I don't offer a prayer for him. Or you, for that matter. I'm glad you chose to come back. And I know none of this is easy right now. You take all the time you need. And if you need anything, we're all here for you. You know that.
I'm gonna take a step back for him, shaking my head more in just disbelief that my brother's dead, and just kind of like walk away. Saddened by the news.
You say saddened and in disbelief. These are two different things. Saddened would imply that you're accepting it, and disbelief would imply that you're angrily denying it.
Okay. I'm gonna say saddened.
So you're accepting that this is happening then?
Yeah.
Okay. You walk down the wall, or the halls of this lavish manor. Your heart feeling heavy. You feel numb. One of the unseen servants guides you, not on your request, but of one of Luck's, opening doors in front of you to, as you just wander, lead away into a private den. There are soft couches of red velvet, a fire roaring, a bar fully stocked and self-service. There are many vices of comfort presented on this bar, to say this in a way that would be YouTube appropriate. And when you get here, you hear a small sound, and behind you, you see Coda appear. I can feel that. Are you okay?
My brother's dead.
You always knew that would be a possibility, though.
I didn't want to believe it was. Didn't want to believe it. I wanted to have hope.
And that was admirable. I'm really sorry to hear it. But it doesn't mean that this has to be a scar. My father taught me, after my mother died, that when you lose someone, it's a dishonor to feel the weight of them, to let them weigh you down with tears and sadness. He taught me that you have to wear those you've lost like a proud badge. You carry them happily, as if they never left your side to begin with. It's how you truly honor them. It was hard for me to understand at first, but eventually I got it. I still miss my mom, but I know she's with me. Just like I know your brother's with you. He probably had the same hope that you were alive as well. Until the end.
I put my hand on his shoulder and say,
Damn it.
"You've become my family, Coda."
I know. When I'm here with all of you, I feel like I have found a place I'm meant to be. You keep saying we're family, but you need to really embrace that now. You keep saying that you've been looking for something. If you keep looking, you're gonna keep missing what's right in front of you. Here you have a purpose. Here you have people that do care about you. You keep saying it, but I don't think you've realized it. You keep wanting to find your family, but you've already found them. They're just not the ones you thought you were looking for.
Let's see, what do I do?
Cry.
I'm gonna say thank you, Coda. You think you're right.
Where are we, by the way?
In some type of mansion. This place is huge.
I can tell. This is just one room and it's really big. So why are you in here? This looks like a little lounge area.
Just needed some time.
Seems like a pretty okay place to relax. Looks like there's a lot of stuff if you need to get your mind clear. He goes and lays on one of the big plush couches. Take some time. You're in shell shock right now. You'll figure out what you want to do next. But keep in mind, before we do anything selfish, we've still got to make sure you do your job as a champion.
Yeah.
You made a promise. Don't break it.
You get more rest, Coda.
You're bad at changing the subject. With that, Asher, you arrive to the fountains a little ways from the noise emitting from the town square, and you enter a familiar little alcove with a hidden door just on the other side. As you turn the stone door inside, you see a very familiar room. The room you were brought to the first night you were found, all those years ago. Sitting on the bed looking rather worried, now looking at the door with surprise on her face. Asher?
Surprise.
So, seeing you normal again, she would immediately run over and hug you. What happened?
Let's just say alchemy is a very useful thing.
She's just kind of staring, like, in disbelief. Magic is a wonderful thing indeed. I'm glad you're back.
And I'm glad to be back.
So what's going on outside?
Well, most, if not all, the zombies are gone.
That's good. I wasn't even aware there was more than one. But they're all gone, you say?
Let's not get into how many zombies there were. Oh lord.
Her face pales a little bit. You always have such a way of scaring me.
War's not something meant for the royal. I'll put it that way.
So I take it there were a lot of casualties then?
More than I could count. It's a shame, but unfortunately that's just how it goes.
She looks like she wants to say something, but just quiets down. I suppose it is. But it still feels a little harsh to look at it that way.
I apologize. I suppose that's the what you might call veteran in me.
I get it. Just make me a promise, please. If you are all
What's that?
if you're all really champions, if you really can do something about this, then promise me that all of this won't be for nothing. That none of these people died for nothing today. That you will fix everything. She stumbles over these words, realizing the weight of what she's asking. But she's just genuinely got no better way to put it.
I swear. No one here died for nothing, and I will make sure of that myself.
She nods, and you can see the catch in her throat. You can tell she's fighting tears right now. But she starts moving forward and out to face what the state the kingdom is in. As you walk through the streets, seeing the rubble, the viscera, the once remains of the people, the damages due to the fires now being put out, she's overwhelmed in this moment. She just goes silent, just looking like she's attempting to process everything she's seeing. And shortly after you guys get closer to the main square, you hear a loud, boisterous voice shout out in the distance. We got a new bro and a pretty lady who's crying. Guys, come on, ASAP! And you watch as several cleric-dressed members of the Medallion Royal Fair run towards you, and two of them just say, "Are you hurt? Do you need anything?" The princess just looks up and says, "Just to speak whoever's in charge." "Right this way, please." And the two of you are led up to who you recognize, Austin, as he's a man with fish-like features, standing strong, broad-shouldered. He's now got a very long, like, bushy-style young man beard. He's cleaned up the hair. It's not as wild-looking. It's actually, like, pulled back. The beard's actually combed. He's not just wearing a half, like, toga-style outfit anymore. He's in full suit and tie. You recognize Adon.
God.
So who are you
I can
two?
only see Asher go. I can only see Asher going in for one of those strongman handshakes.
You go to, and he doesn't meet it back. He just looks at you confused and goes, "I'm sorry, bro. Who are you?"
All right. I forgot. He's only seen me in a suit of armor.
Prepare for this interaction a lot.
Hey, Dom. It's me, Asher. I might look a bit different. And he
Bro,
pulls
I
out
pictured
his
you
staff.
taller. Ha! Platform shoes and the armor, right? He smiles.
Good.
And he meets the handshake and hugs you, and he just says, "Good to see you, bro. Glad you made it out okay. Looks like things got hairy over here." Wait,
There he is.
Emmy, did you miss that?
Hmm?
He did that right after the proposal. Apparently, Emmy missed the big reveal.
Which reveal? The proposal?
No, yours. You're human again.
Oh! Wait, I thought we talked to her about that.
Okay. Alright, so. Bro, what happened? We showed up expecting a hell of a fight. We made it about 3 miles into the city and then everything just turned to dust. Like, I know I'm awesome, but I don't think Sylph did that.
Well, our dear Strongjaw got a wish.
Mm-mm.
And the wish...
Metagame knowledge, you don't know what the fuck happened.
No?
You don't know anything of what happened. You were not with Strongjaw.
Oh, wait, was I not there?
Nope,
Oh,
you
yeah,
were
I
with
wasn't
Sidri and
there.
Vulcan.
I blanked on that, because in my head I thought we were close enough to see that. Whoops. Well, I'm actually not sure.
And they just vanished.
They just turned to dust. Not that I'm complaining.
Some kind of explanation would be good, I guess, but hey, at least we can refocus our efforts on finding survivors right now. Madam Mighty will actually approach, and she's, as you remember, very, very large, bulky woman. Steps forward and says, I've already called for reinforcements. They'll be on in the morrow. They'll be coming via Druid, so they should arrive quickly. They're making preparations to come with aid and stonework at the ready. At the very least, if the royals aren't going to step in to save the day, the medallion can aid its people. And if Nyx is grateful, so be it. If they are not, so be it. We have allies, and a favor was called in. Speaking of which, have you seen a man named Lux Vanda?
We actually just left him not too long ago.
Is his brother still around?
Giant zombies ourselves.
Is his brother still around?
Above game, Vulcan would have left, right? Or
He said he was going to have a conversation with his brother and then leaving.
Oh, right. Vulcan said he had something to speak with Lux about. Then he would be on his way.
It shouldn't be a big deal if I have to relay it to his brother. I'm sure he has a means of contacting him. I'm sure I could even get a hold of one of his own party members. If you happen to see him before can you inform him that a Mr. Igneous is looking for him?
Of course.
Thank you. Strongjaw, about this point, you would arrive with Eelton in the town square. You would also see the familiar faces of Madam Mighty and Adon, as well as his whole crew. And you also see Asher and the princess standing there as well. Yes, Eelton. So as you approach, Adon will turn around and just go, ah, and start walking towards you with his hand raised.
God.
As this whole encounter continues and goes on, Strongjaw, just as you get your greeting with Adon, you hear heavily armored footsteps approaching. The princess turning pale in the face, realizing what's happening, she moves in and blends with the crowd, hiding in plain sight and lightly obscuring her face with that hood that she's wearing on her cloak. Everyone looks up to the sounds of marching as a small platoon of armed soldiers, emblazoned with the Nyx royal emblem, marks into the street, parting down the middle, lining the entire street in two arches of soldiers. And out from the back comes walking a elegant, middle-aged, slightly older, just starting to turn gray in the very dark raven-colored hair. Sharp expression, deep purple eyes, walking tall in a very elegant-looking black flowing dress, wearing adorned to her head a three-pointed crown with a star affixed to the center. And as she walks forward, she looks to the entire crowd and just says, "Under whose orders was this army brought here?" And Madame Mighty steps forward, and she says, "Your kingdom sought aid. We had received word that you had not acted in defending your people. As you are aware, stepping on others' territories without permission could be seen as a sign of treason in an attempt to seize. We came to lend aid, and you will threaten us? If I find it necessary." Does anyone do anything here?
Like to stop them from fighting if they're about to.
I mean, many of you... Go ahead. Go ahead.
Asher would step in and say, "These people came to help us fight off the zombie horde. Nothing more, nothing less."
She turns with a sharp eye towards you, looking you up and down. "And who exactly are you to speak to a royal as I?"
Ascher Hayde actually protected the royals here, so I feel I actually have a bit of a right.
It seems you may have protected the old royals because I don't recognize you personally. And with their service, it is meaningless to I. Your word means nothing. Step back in line, or I will force you to your knees.
Fuck that. Go ahead and try, bitch.
Do you say this out loud?
No.
Okay.
Asher would stand his ground.
As you defiantly stare her down, and before she's able to say anything else, you hear a voice in your head. You know it's the princess's voice, and she is pleading with you. She says, "Do not do this. Do not do this here. Not right when we've been reunited. Just step back. It's not worth it."
God damn it.
What do you do?
Fine. I guess Asher would stand down and back off as much as he really doesn't fucking want to.
Thank you.
But of course keeping the defiant stare because, you know, fuck this bitch.
You hear a voice, or her voice in your head one last time, just say, "Thank you." As the queen looks at you, there, even the most defiant mutt can be shown where the lead is. Your army will leave now. Stay any longer, and it will be a declaration of war. That is all I came to say. And she turns, and with her knights in tow, begins walking back through the streets. As they're far enough away now, Adon is the one that breaks the silence and just says, "What a bitch."
Alright.
Asher would just turn around, look at Adon, and go, "I couldn't agree more."
And that's what you all have to look forward to for the monarchy. Why even stay here? The princess will step forward at this
I've
point.
protected these lands from better people than these.
The princess will step forward at this point and stand by your side, just staring at you, smiling as you say that. It seems we really have no choice. Come on, boys. Pack it up. Let's get out of here. I don't care what she says. We're leaving the supplies with you. You get them to the people that need them, okay?
Done and done.
Don't touch anything, boys.
Sorry to waste your time.
You wasted nothing. Bro, I'm just glad you're alive. Glad every single one of you is alive. You know Medallion has your back. You know Medallion has Sidri's back. Even if our influence is limited here. And Madam Mighty steps forward and just says, I will support what he says with full earnesty and whole heart. You have my word. When you call on Medallion, you call on friends. The princess will step forward, and she will shake both of their hands. Who are you? I am Hilda. I am Hilda Elucinan Nix II, named for my grandmother, named for the former queen of the land. Yes. dear girl. I've heard stories of what was done to your family. You have survived quite an ordeal. Yes, I have. You've done well in staying hidden. So the old royals still exist. There may be hope for this place after all. I'd like to believe so. Just know, when the time comes, you have my full support, Your Majesty. The princess smiles. I promise that faith won't be misplaced. We'll be making our leave, but if you need anything, including anywhere to go in time of safety, you can turn to Medallion. She looks at Strongjaw. I have a message for you as well. Do you know anyone by the name of Grenna? Izzy, you there?
Why is Izzy suddenly so quiet?
I'm not sure. But,
What the fuck?
Strongjaw would know the name Grenna because that is his grandfather.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it. I'm out of caffeine.
Well,
And I'm also hungry again.
well, I have good news. He showed up recently looking for you. Apparently he'd gotten word that a rambunctious young thing, as he put it, was rampaging through the streets of the dwarven cities, talking about heading off to the eastern capitals. They tracked down your location, and him and a small search party apparently are trying to locate you. We weren't sure where you had ended up or if you were back at the kingdom yet. We gave them a general location. I hope that's okay.
Fine by me.
I'm glad that... Oh, go ahead. And yeah, with that, they all pack up and begin to leave. Elton looks at you all and just says, I don't know about all of you, but there's a gorgeous manor sitting in a coliseum just a few miles that way. I'm gonna go and take advantage of it for the 8 hours it still exists.
I think just about everybody would at this point.
The princess does step forward and just say, a manor? That sounds lovely. And everyone kind of heads back to the Colosseum. Everyone makes their way through the doors of the magical manor, back with the citizens, back with the familiar sights, the lavish interiors, the soft purples and greens of all the furniture and carpets. As all of you walk in, you see food being served in large quantities from a extravagant looking long served dining table. Plates floating to different people who request them at different times. Everyone is starving, everyone is ragged from their battles, everyone's probably a bit emotionally drained. The princess immediately steps forward, aware that you've said that this is a place that was made by a friend. happily starts eating. She starts conversating with the people. She looks happy to be amongst the people. What does everyone else do?
Since it's been God knows how long, I imagine Asher would get some food.
So this would be your first meal in nearly 11 years. And there's pretty much a spread of anything you could want in the terms of meats and comfort foods. Just think like a fully loaded fancy royals feast, and that's what's in front of you.
Fucking sweet.
So, you are free to indulge in whatever you want, and yeah, Asher eats some amazing, well-cooked food for the first time in a long time. It's an interesting emotion as you sit there tasting for the first time in over a decade. And, you know, as you sit and eat, the princess eventually comes and sits and joins you and just takes the time to get to catch up with you over the events of the last few years and what had happened. Strongjaw, what would you like to do now that you've got time in the magical manor? Will you eat and celebrate that all of you are alive? Do you want to go find your party members? What do you want to do?
I'm gonna go eat and celebrate, but I think I also want to try and speak to Courtney afterwards.
Okay. Yeah,
Wait,
so
you actually heard what
Or at
she
least
said?
try to, like,
yeah,
just
she
try to, like, meditate or whatever.
wants to reach out and try to talk
There
to Cord.
she is.
Okay. So you'll go on to eat and celebrate, and what happens with your connection we'll do off screen, because I keep that stuff private. Everyone goes on to have a good night. The servants eventually give you they essentially make their ways around giving everyone everything they need throughout the celebration. Eventually, the two of you would see Lux and Rena, him helping her, both of them heavily bandaged and still looking exhausted. Her leaning over him, her arm over his shoulder. He's basically carrying her at this point in the best way he can. Thank God you two are alive.
You didn't really think we'd go off and die already, did you?
I'm sorry, the streets were flooded with the undead. I wasn't really sure what was going to happen.
You're reckless, but I do have some sense of safety.
You threw yourself out a window and tried to bee-wing a dragon. Well, succeeded actually, and then...
Successfully! De-winged a dragon, thank you.
Yes, fair enough, but nonetheless...
And ball checked a dragon.
You're not there.
Best part about that whole conflict.
I had faith. It
Oh,
was an intense situation, but... Can one of you fill me in on what exactly happened?
killed that dragon, and then afterwards we found the princess, didn't we?
Yeah. Well, he's caught up on all of that. He's talking about after he lost consciousness at the zombie colossus fight.
No, we
Brenna!
ran off and found Sidgery and others.
Okay. What else happened?
6 more of those fucking zombie colossus things showed up, so we kinda just split.
Oh god, I don't know how we can handle that many of them.
Well, it's a good thing we don't have to, because they all turn to dust.
You met a certain wizard who granted a wish.
A wish,
A
was it?
wizard who granted a what? What wizard? How are you, Brenna?
Again?
Shada. It's like ta-da.
Shada.
Yeah.
Shada was his name. Went by the wizard who did it.
The wizard who did it? You mean
I
he
didn't really
did
know.
the wish, or was that his title?
It's just what he called himself. He said anything you looked at that you thought might have been caused by a wizard, that was him.
That is a genuinely ludicrous, insane claim to be making. There are so many wizards in this world.
That's what I thought too. Like, how are you the one? You know, like how? I don't get it.
There has to be more to this. Anyway, that's not important, I guess. So he gave you a wish?
He granted me one wish. And so I did the only thing that I thought right and wished for every undead in the city to be reduced to atoms, apparently.
He just smiles at you and gives a thumbs up and goes, I think that is the biggest multi-kill I've ever seen.
Definitely the first time I've killed that many in one
You
shot,
called in a COD kill streak.
even if indirectly. I called it a nuke.
Tired at my old town fair and I got a sunburn? Ooh. Please feel better. I'm sorry, Brenna. I hope you had fun, though. Well,
Envisioning half of these conversations is such a treat.
sounds like each of us have had a crazy day.
Been insane.
Well, make yourselves at home. You each have room and housing. In about 6 hours, I can extend the spell's length. I'm just gonna keep it up for a little bit longer. Just so the people here can rest properly. Once everyone trickles out, I'll let the spell dissipate, but for now, it can just stay here. I imagine we'll have to do something about the Colosseum walls. But right now, everyone is just far too tired. Did anything else happen?
This on your end, Asher?
We were visited by the quote-unquote new royalty. They didn't take fondly to our dear friend Adon paying us a visit.
Okay, you've clearly skipped something else again. Why was the Champion of Wind here?
Asher doesn't know that, does he?
What?
Why Adon and his fucking
They told you
army showed up?
it was to lend aid.
Adon and his forces decided to show up and help.
At this point, Vulcan will walk in behind you. Well, more accurate to say I called in a favor from the matriarch herself. I should have known. Even though you say you wouldn't get involved, you went and got involved anyway. He just looks over. I didn't do anything. And he just pulls out the silver hilt of the sword and kind of flaunts it a bit. You cheeky prick. Well played. So I take it the wizard was your doing. Not my doing. Alright. So the Baba's doing. Yeah, her doing. So that's 2 favors. Yep, 1 left. What will you use it on? Technically, I've already cashed it in. What did you use it on? Let's just say a second chance. I see. I'm not going to say what I want to say to that. I would appreciate it if you didn't. Everyone rest. I'm gonna take Rena up to our room. You each have proper rooms on the 2nd floor. Unlimited food. If you need anything, the unseen servants are at your disposal. There is multiple lounges, smoking rooms, bars, a pool, a hot spring. If you need it, name it, and I can make it appear if I don't already have it.
Thank you.
And he and Rena will head up the stairs.
Go off and take care of themselves.
Yeah, for sure. As he walks by to head up the stairs, he very swiftly reaches out his hand and grabs a full bottle of wine off the table and just takes it upstairs with them.
I mean, fair enough.
It's been a long fucking day.
Oh, Christ. I still have things I need to give to Lux.
Do you want to do that real quick?
I don't think Lux is, up for more conversating at the moment.
He's definitely in a mode of like, let me lay my very injured wife in bed and go into the bathroom and sit against the tub and drink this entire fucking bottle of wine.
Yeah, let's wait until everybody has a little bit more of a will to live.
It's kind of this moment for him where now that everything is said and done, the only thing really left to face is everything that comes next, which is a huge wall of stress to begin with. Oh, and let's not mention, hey, now we all get to grieve. Okay, and is this any better?
For the time being, yes.
The way he is seeing this is it's basically what it comes down to.
Never mind.
Right?
What the fuck?
Is this any better?
Yes, now let's hope it doesn't fall apart after about 3 seconds.
Okay. As I was attempting to say, the way he is seeing it right now is everything is said and done with this massive fight. And everything that comes next with rebuilding and figuring out next steps is a huge hole filled with nothing but stress. Our next steps are undefined. Oh, and let's not mention the fact that all of us now have to go and grieve Emrick. So yeah, he's drinking.
Yeah. That is also why I wanted to go and drink.
As good of a night as it is, it's a thought that weighs on most of our minds. So I'll say Lux is getting shit-faced on his own very quietly so his wife doesn't hear him. How about Strongjaw?
I mean, I'd be getting drunk a bit loudly.
Yes, I'm just saying, how drunk are we going in honor of Emrick, I suppose?
I mean, do we go blackout? I mean, I'll have a few drinks.
Okay, so you won't go too far.
I do the whole buy a bottle of out thing.
Fair enough. It's more, you don't even have to buy a bottle, you just kind of look at one of the unseen servants and go, whole bottles of alcohol, and it just brings like 3 of them. Amelia, you are still in the lounge, separated from the rest of everyone else. What are you doing?
Good question. I think I'm gonna go outside where everyone else is at.
Okay. So at this point in time, as you head out into the main foyer, you see Strongjaw sitting there drinking profuse amounts of alcohol, laughing and talking with just about anyone that would stop and give him the time. You see Asher and the princess sitting in the corner, very quietly, just enjoying some time, eating, and it looks like they're catching up. Eelton laying on a stack of pillows. Oh, yeah, you haven't. So you see a man you've never seen before sitting with the princess. They're laughing, conversating, and acting very fond. You see Elton laying on a giant, lavish stack of pillows that he has somehow acquired. And he's just basically made this into the most comfortable throne he could and is drinking from an entire bottle of wine. Wilfric is currently in the midst of having drinks with, or having shots with Bessie. Neither of them look. They're both pretty somber at the moment. And, you don't see any of your other friends.
I go over to Strongjaw.
So, Strongjaw, Amelia approaches. I will say you're pretty drunk at this point.
Well, I'm not gonna be able to have a conversation with you. I am gonna go over to the princess and introduce myself.
When you walk up to Strongjaw and just go, oh, ew, and then leave?
Yeah, no wonder I fucking hate you.
Strongjaw's about to be like, hey, bitch, fine.
God.
Anyways.
Wait, is this actually a thing that's happening? Or are you just letting Strongjaw walk up to you and go to talk?
No, she walked up to Strongjaw and then just left.
You all. Wait, this is the second time you've just been a blatant asshole to Strongjaw, isn't it? First with the pet rock, now you're walking up to him plastered and then just letting him sit there on his own.
Wait a minute, hang on. When it comes to that rock, to be fair, I was trying to help.
As Amelia walks away, Archibald comes out from the crowd and sits next to Strongjaw and just kind of looks at you. What's up her dress?
What a bitch, am I right?
Aye. And he raises he's drinking from an entire bottle of whiskey. As you look around the room, there are just a lot of people who are just quaffing entire bottles of alcohol at the moment.
God damn it. Oh.
And he just clinks the bottom of his bottle to your cup. I heard you fought valiantly today. Well done again, my friend.
Alright, so I go over to the princess. Can I go over to the princess?
Yeah, you head over to the princess who's speaking with this dark-haired man. And she looks over. Oh, we thought you had left.
I left for a minute. I apologize. Your Majesty.
No reason to apologize. And I am technically no majesty. Just a former princess.
So, who are you, who's this guy?
You get to do this.
I've saved your life more times than I can count. And this is how you treat me.
Why do you sound like Asher?
She just kind of... The princess just giggles. She's also been drinking.
Asher would just sit there making dead stare eye contact, drinking.
Just the archer just...
Wait,
Just dead eye contact draining the entire glass.
Fucking sitting there tapping one finger on the bar, waiting for the realization.
funny, you smell like Asher.
No.
What?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't?
Not the Asher you knew. A person smells exactly like a hollow suit of armor, right?
God, that hurt my throat.
Uh...
So, Princess, do you think she's connected the dots quite yet?
I think it's a little over her head at the moment. You should probably help her out.
Wait a minute. Hang on. And then I boop him on the nose.
Asher catches his fucking English. Asher catches her hand and says, "No, just no."
Asher! It is Asher! And I just like jump and hug him.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Do you allow yourself to be hugged?
I don't think I have a choice in this case.
You
if I'm
could
going
sidestep.
to Barstool.
You could, like, get out of the way.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna sidestep this shit.
Both of you roll an athletics check, please.
Now, fucking, I have to look up my athletics bonus. Oh, God. Fucking... Is it in my 5e character sheet, or do I have to pull up D&D Beyond?
Whichever one has got your actual stats, I don't know. Yes is what I'm gonna answer.
You said athletics?
Yeah, athletics.
Oh, God. No, this is gonna be hilarious.
Ooh, mine's a +9, so.
I was gonna say,
Oh, God.
you're both very athletic characters.
Okay.
15 +9, so I got
Okay. Hang on. The 5e character sheet thing may be wrong. I have to double check this.
What does it say?
1 second. View. Okay, I get it. Cookies. Load the fucking thing. Okay. Yeah. Holly, what was your base roll?
My base roll was an 18, and my.
You
athletics
said
was
15, I thought.
No, mine's an 18.
I heard
So I
15
got
the
like
first
a
time.
11.
Okay. I rolled a 14 plus my athletics.
Which
So-
is, what is your athletics bonus?
plus 9.
So she does
So I
manage.
rolled-
Go ahead.
I rolled like a 3 or a 4.
So she does manage to hug you. You very awkwardly just do that thing where you keep your arms at your side and your chin up a little bit, like, yes, hello.
Well, this is happening now. Asher with Amelia around his fucking torso would just go to take a shot.
I'm curious how long you're just going to let her be there.
Just until she decides to let go, I guess.
I just stayed there the entire night. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I mean, I have to point out that he is tall, stronger, and muscular in this form. So by the law of lumberjack,
Oh shit.
No.
Fuck. God damn you. Oh, I need a drink after that. I know where your brain's at, Emmy, and no.
Wait,
N-O.
I was just
No.
making a
No, no
joke.
cheeky shipping ass in the princess.
I was just. Wait, what?
Huh? What about the princess, Emmy?
Wait, are you shipping Asher and the princess? You can't. You can't sink the ship, Holly. Be gone!
No, because why did he listen exactly when she said something about not doing something in his head?
Oh my god.
Holy shit, that's hilarious.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my
No cheeky
god.
shipping it.
People are shipping characters in our campaign. I love it.
No, Emmy is shipping people in this campaign because Emmy is
Oh,
weird.
you are
Emmy
hurt,
has been
so
dying.
You
and
are
my
one of
phone
our
is out.
fans.
me.
So yes, this counts. I get why he's weirded out about this. But well, that's knowledge he's not going to be able to unhear.
so by the order of Lumberjack, what do I do?
I'm not saying you have to do
No.
anything, but he's definitely he fits what you've established her type to be.
So do I need to roll for this?
Why would you sound hopeful that I would say yes? Your character is allowed to simp over whoever they want.
Alright, so what do I roll here?
For what?
Right.
Are you trying to seduce him?
Who? What? Who? I missed half a conversation.
She just asked me what she needs to roll.
Roll to what?
Roll to get up in there.
Oh my god.
Woman, what are you doing?
Roll to see how hard your back arches or some shit? Like, come on.
For fuck's sake.
Oh my god. Oh god. I need a drink, but I know if I fucking crack it open, I'm gonna drink it and drown myself.
Go and get her.
Part of me is wanting to do this just out.
What? Okay, I'm so. Do what?
I'm low-key dying right now.
Oh,
Holly, there's no role to just have him be seduced by you. You have to do it with charisma, meaning you have to do this.
Dying. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's do it.
Wait, what? Are you actually trying to seduce a party member?
To be fair, I need to go with my person's type. And Lumberjack.
I'm gonna make an off-screen roll real quick.
What happened to your fucking... God, how do I say this and it be Twitch appropriate?
Don't say it if it's not Twitch appropriate.
This has to be YouTube appropriate too.
I know. That's why I'm hesitating so hard.
Oh, well, that's. Yep.
Go on.
I'm just.
scared.
I'm waiting to know what happens.
Well, let's see, my charisma is a... Where is it? And that is not it. Where is my charisma?
Oh,
Charisma, where are you? Okay, that's a plus. Okay, that'll be a +4.
Y'all have killed Emmy.
Okay. Excuse me.
Wait, Holly, I didn't ask you to fucking roll anything.
Oh shit! Oh, okay.
What were you trying to roll?
Just roll the charisma.
I was rolling to seduce Asher.
I'm telling you, you have to do this yourself.
First. You have to say something first.
Yeah, this doesn't just happen on a... You don't roll well and suddenly he's gonna go, I take my clothes off. Like... That's... Alright. So you just wasted a natural 20 in the most spectacular way I've ever seen.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh.
I gotta get the character for this.
Oh, my entire throat burns. Holy fuck.
Okay, I'm gonna let go of Asher. I'm gonna look deep into his eyes. You are a tall drink of water.
Wait. God damn it.
The princess is just going to very casually drink the rest of the glass of wine she has in her hand and not say anything to that.
Wait. Oh my god. Wait, does she have to roll something for this, or can I just...
No, this is character dialogue. She's got no bonuses.
Oh.
You kill him.
Asher is going to make direct eye contact with fucking Amelia and say, actually, I prefer whiskey. And he takes a shot and turns around facing the bar.
The princess walks up beside you at the bar and orders another glass of wine.
Rejection.
From across the room you just hear a very, very soft violin begin to play. As Eelton looks at you with pity in his eyes and he just says, we've all been there, honey. We've all been there.
Nah, not the tiny violin. That's crazy.
Where's is he?
Where is Strong? Back where you left Strongjaw in the corner when you walked up and then walked away.
No, I just meant, like,
Oh.
it's he for a split second, so I was just making sure she was okay.
I think we are all just watching your attempt.
Chilling with his crew. Away from you, since you just walked up to him and then
You
fucked
just
off.
stonewalled him and had to give him. He had to get bro support.
I'm calling Strong Dog you because
Oh,
of Holly.
It's not fucking rejection.
The only thing that would make that better in my mind, the only thing that would make that better in my mind is if I just rejected her and get Githracky.
Lux will come down the stairs at this point, a little swayy. And he will, without really saying anything to anyone, grab another bottle off the table and proceed to start heading upstairs again.
Oh lord.
Yeah, let's see. What should I'm gonna go back to Strong
Shit.
Jaw.
Okay.
Go back to Strong Jaw.
Okay, so I want to point this out. They just saw everything that happened.
Oh, fuck.
So Strongjaw, you just watched that happen. As now Amelia reapproaches you. At this time, do you actually say anything?
I'm fucking crying.
I can't hear her.
Discord. She is so quiet again.
Okay, to translate what she just said, she turns to you, Strongjaw turns to you, giving full attention, goes to say something, and then immediately turns the other way and ignores you.
God.
I am gonna tap Strong Jaw on the shoulder.
So yeah, Strongjaw very drunkenly essentially tells you to piss off.
Well, that was a wonderful performance.
What if I bought you a drink?
Nothing says
As an
please
apology.
fuck me like a bottle of whiskey.
Wow!
As an apology. What if I can buy you a drink?
God damn!
Her face right now. I love it so much.
Archibald looks over and he just says, Lass, it's been a long night. Cut your losses. Go find somewhere quiet.
I have an idea here. Hear me out.
Oh my god.
I walk away. I walk away from Strongjaw. Head held low. And then I start singing. I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me.
Okay, donkey.
What are you attempting to do with this is my question.
The best part is you're not a bard, so nothing is going to come from this unless it's written.
No, because genuinely my question right now is, are you just openly showing that you're sad in attempts to get a pity fuck from somebody?
No, ew, gross, no.
Okay, I'm over here like, what is this? Why do you just keep going to your party? Because, okay, apologies that my brain is on this, considering you actively just tried to sleep with Asher.
To be fair, the new character development in my character is anytime I see a lumberjack, I have to try to seduce them.
That's character development!
Oh shit.
Hell, human. Like, shit.
So in a way, I kind of think it was as a disadvantage. I'm like, fuck, okay.
No, you don't have to do it. I was just... You mentioned Amelia's type. So I made it a running joke. How many times do I have to... It's not like you just have a kryptonite to fuck a lumberjack every time you see him.
Oh god. Oh, I'm
Sounds like she
laughing so
does
hard, my
now.
head hurts. Ugh. Oh my god. You might be an idiot, but you're a lovable idiot. I love you. Is that a head shake of disapproval?
I don't know what the fuck to do with this. I don't know where to take this any further. She's just standing in the middle of a room looking sad.
Oh.
Nah, where's Coda at? Coda needs
Where
to
is
fix.
Coda?
Sleeping in the lounge.
Fuck. It would be made so much better if Coda were to be sitting there watching this happen. Oh my god.
Holly.
Austin's head to He's gonna have the worst headache.
Holly.
Yes.
For the love of my sanity, what the fuck are you doing right now? So does Amelia just spend the rest of the night crying in the middle of the room?
Yes. I'm kidding. No.
I'm all alone. There's no one here beside me.
I cannot believe you actively just tried to seduce one of your party members.
Because he's a lumberjack.
He's so lumberjack. Holy.
I'm so glad half of my characters are just magical twinks.
She's going to be the death of a few people, Emmy.
I'm gonna smack her if she keeps this up. I'm gonna find a way. Just so tired of smack across country. Across
A
state.
magical mage hand appears from the side of the room with the name Emmy inscribed on the palm.
Hush.
It goes to smack
Amelia.
Amelia.
Hush. Amelia. I have a question. If you had actually gotten to have a conversation with Strongjaw, what were you going to ask him?
I was just gonna say hi and see how he was doing.
I'll be terrible because you just left him.
It was unintentional. I thought.
You said I walk up to Strongjaw. I went, okay, what do you say to him? They're a little drunk. And you went, oh, well, I'm getting nothing out of this, so, and walked off. What do you mean?
Grief. Can't.
I'm gonna go find Coda.
You go
Leave Coda alone. He's
You go
sleeping.
back
He's
to
a
the
little
lounge where you left
shenanigans.
Coda in
Leave
human
her.
form. He's still sleeping. It's at this point in time.
Just sit-
It's at this point in time that Vulcan's words repeat in your head of, when it all comes down to it, and those bonds are tested, what do you have left?
Good question.
I didn't say that. Stop talking to me like I'm here. Speaking of Vulcan, he now returns and just kind of looks around and goes, okay, this place is confusing. Does anyone know where my brother is?
Upstairs being drunk.
God.
The few times
Wish I
you've
could
seen...
breathe right now, but I can't.
The few times you've seen Lux throughout the night, he's just come down on his own after taking Rena upstairs and grabbing different bottles of liquor and then going away somewhere.
I am officially broken. I cannot breathe.
Oh, girl, my lungs have given in like 3 times already. Holy fuck.
I was tired before. Now I'm just wide awake.
Not my fault. You could have gone and laid down.
I am laying down. That's the worst part about this. I'm dying while laying down.
God.
I've been in my bed the entire time. And my phone's also at like 20, 21.
It's
I'm not
okay.
entirely sure where your brother is. However, he does appear to be on his second, maybe third bottle of liquor. He's gone upstairs somewhere.
Screw it, I'm going to talk to him anyway. Once I have a chance to, I'm probably going to be hitting the road myself. So if I don't get a chance to see you before I leave, it was good meeting you. He would look over to Strong John from across the room, say, I'm off! I'll see you soon, my small friend.
Well,
Don't get too sloshed. Amelia, as you head off to the lounge, Vulcan passes you, and he puts his hand on your shoulder, not making eye contact, but stopping you for a moment, and just saying, they do care about you. You really just need to figure out how to be yourself around them. And he keeps moving.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yep.
Silence, my old friend.
So, Vulcan heads up the stairs to go and have his last little chat with Lux before he heads off, and this party won't see him anymore. So, as he heads up the stairs of the magical manor, he looks down over this grand foyer, all of the people. He doesn't even care if no one's looking. He just raises the glass that's in his hand to all of you one last time. Cheers, Nix. Hopefully the story I hear of you next is a bit brighter. And he heads down the hall. And with that, I think we'll go ahead and wrap the session with me. I'll gather everyone's wants for the night off screen. And an uneasy calm returns over the entire kingdom. It's rising morning of another day, And though many people are thankful to be alive still, you all sit in uncertainty, with knowledge that the Queen, still in command of vicious and vile woman,
Ugh.
allies have been sent away, aid has been accepted, but things still feel uncertain for the future. A princess still to protect, a rebellion still to be held, and still many temples to be found.
I don't like
Still so many things to do.
Hmm.
Seems to be the common plague of this campaign, doesn't it? Well, we'll have to see what they get up to next time, won't we?